Hi, my name is Patrick Bland, and I'm going to be giving my speech to you guys today on social media usage, especially considering our generation of college teenagers and college age students. So, I already did my speech on this a while ago, but I felt like it was a prevalent issue, and I've decided to revisit it and put a more persuasive spin on it this time. I'd like to start off my speech by asking my audience, specifically you guys, how long and how often do you think you use your social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat, any social media applications throughout the day? And I have to say, for me, it was a lot higher than I thought, and I think it's going to reflect the same trend with you guys and all of us as we kind of begin to realize how much more we're using it than we believe we are. So that leads me into my first point. 12% of college students reported using social media at the University of Michigan for less than 2 hours a day. And I believe that under 2 hours is probably going to be a good limit to set ourselves at, and it's not going to interfere too much with our daily life. But that leads me into my second point, in which 45% of college students said they spend 6 to 8 hours a day on social media. And I believe 6 to 8 hours of social media usage a day is a vast amount, considering your waking hours and the amount of time you're productive during the day, and that's going to be a huge portion of it. And even if it's not productivity time that you're wasting on social media, maybe it's sleep, something beneficial that you could be doing. I think that amount and that much usage of social media is definitely going to impact whoever the person is, in school, in life, at their job, wherever and whatever fields they may be in, just because it's such a great amount of time, as I said, to be spending on social media with essentially no gain. And second to lastly, pardon me, my personal average was about 2 hours a day. It was actually 6 minutes shy, if I'm being specific. But I found that was a lot longer than I thought I was using social media for, and that's what kind of led me on to this being an issue for us as a whole, especially since I found it as an issue for myself. My final point considering the issue was a study done where they used the Iowa gambling test, which is it's a decision making, and it specifically targets rationality of decisions and such. But they found out in the study that heavy social media users, so your 6 to 8 hour users, which is about 45% of college students, were testing in the same light and kind of around the same areas and numbers and score wise as hardcore drug users such as cocaine, meth, crack, and various other like hardcore drug users were testing in, and addicts even. So to be a social media addict essentially is just as bad as being a drug addict, and that's where I kind of take my stance as, wow, that's something that's going to be really poisonous to us if we continue to abuse it in the way that we have. And I'm not saying everyone does, but I'm saying I know through my own usage that I could definitely cut down on the time, and that's why I wanted everyone to realize the downside of just such excessive social media use. And it leads me into why I believe we should all try and cut down our social media usage. And I figured out a few key steps for everyone to take and hopefully help cut down the social media abuse that we're seeing in a majority of college students today. So my first one was, you can track your usage just daily by yourself and really get to know and get to see how much you're using it. Secondly, you can separate yourself from your device. And I highly recommend this, especially when you're trying to do something productive or something that you might not normally be inclined to do, like study or homework, because I know it's boring and social media might be a lot more fun. But at the end of the day, those are things that are incredibly more important than how many likes the latest Instagram post has, or how many views your TikTok's got, or even how many Snapchats you got at the moment. So, and then lastly, I have a timer set on my device that lets me know when I've hit 15 minutes of social media time. And I found that's a really key and useful tool for me to help limit my social media time and make sure I'm not abusing social media, and it's really increased my productivity, and I've seen great results from it. And that's why I want to spread this message and kind of tell everyone else about what a waste of time 6 to 8 hours or even over 2 hours, in my opinion, is. I know everyone's got their hobbies and everyone's got their thing, but I definitely think that we could achieve a lot more and move in the right direction as an age group, a generation, if we kind of limit and track our social media usage. That's the end of my presentation, so thank you guys very much.